Alright guys, we're back. Another replay analysis. This time we're going to be going over Kaiser Soze or something. I have no idea how to pronounce that. But he's a 1.7k MMRTA. Wants me to go over the game. Says that he doesn't have the greatest of laning, but we'll take that into consideration. You are 1.7k. Honestly, you have... I'm a little hesitant to do these 1k and like low 2k games because there's actually so much you can learn about Dota that you just have to learn about playing. And like when people are 2k, like 1k MMR, like don't get down about your MMR because first of all, MMR is not that great of an idea of your skill. And second of all, there's still so much for you to learn. And I'm really hoping that, like, this is going to sound like really stupid, but I'm hoping that by watching this replay, like this TA will just watch a replay at all, because watching one or two replays, if you truly want to get better, not a replay analysis by somebody that's better than you, but watching a replay yourself and pointing out like, oh wow, like what was I doing for 2 minutes mid lane? Why wasn't I stacking? Why wasn't I farming? Or like watching replays yourself alone is still really good. So I'm hoping through this series people recognize how important watching a replay is. And we'll see how this TA goes. So I don't need a player perspective of the fountain. I want the TA. So I don't mind the item build here. Some nice damage early on is really going to help her dominate against this Pudge. And she's just going to say, screw the rune, I'm going to block. So we'll watch this block. Going to miss a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal. Honestly, going to get a ward drop for her mid. That's not bad. And going to go for, yeah. Alright, so not too bad so far. Pudge you can harass out quite a bit, but it is really hard to deal with because he's just going to eat your refractions pretty quickly. You just have to really use your side blades to your advantage, right? So looks like he's going to fairy salve. I'm actually okay with that. A lot of the times I don't really care for people rebuying regen, but it is appropriate at this time since, he did lose a lot of HP early on. And that salve, instead of going home, buying that salve is going to net him like 3 creeps, and it's already paid for itself. So not too bad there. He's going to have to buy TP no matter what to come back into lane. So I do like that. I think that's fine. Doing pretty good in terms of last hitting here. Trying to get as much damage out to the Pudge. Got refractions and side blades. I don't mind that at all here. Probably going to look for a point in meld. I think getting 1 point in meld before level 6 is... Honestly, it's pretty good. Like, it's not that much bonus damage. It is 2 armor reduction, and it lasts for 10 seconds, which isn't that great in terms of damage. But I do think, like, the fact that it can help you dodge abilities and maybe even escape a gank or something like that is pretty helpful, honestly, especially at lower MMR. People don't really tend to carry dust or, stuff like that. So even if it can maybe save you once, I think it's worth it. The refractions are going to really help it in this lane, I would say for sure. The bonus damage is going to be good, but I just think Meld is such a strong ability in general. Like, if you had it there, that Pudge actually probably would have died. Negative 2 armor is actually quite a bit. Bonus damage, 50 bonus damage is pretty big as well. So we'll see how this is going to go. How's the traps now? If you had Meld there, yeah, you got the kill anyways, actually, so that's pretty huge. Pudge, I don't know what he's thinking, but whatever. That's actually pretty huge now. Like, you said you had bad laning, but your laning is going well. You're pushing out the lanes when you need to. You're grabbing the runes when it's pushed out. You have nice trap placements right now. You could probably place another one in, like, the middle of the lane, as stupid as it sounds, but just resetting the slow over, like, a couple seconds is pretty important. I think they had a sentry. Oh, no, never mind. Forget about what I was about to say there. So not doing too bad. Proper itemization. Everything's looking good so far, considering it's a 1k game. Look at that! That was huge. That was huge. You know how few people do that in an actual, like, higher MMR game, like over 4k? Like, I never see people do that, and it's actually so good. Like, you still get to the rune on time, and you still get there like a second or two before if you need to contest it. If you're really worried about needing to contest it, yeah, maybe it's not that great, whatever. This dude's so dead right now, it's ridiculous. And you probably didn't need to pop the DD. I guess it's no big deal. You could probably take this camp as well, is what you should do. Move over, get the side blades. Pudge is missing, so he might be coming to kill you, but either way, that was actually really good. If those ancients stacked, that's sick, and even if they don't, that's really good. Did he just stack them again? No, didn't get it that time. I actually have a hard time like, sometimes people send me in replays, and I actually can't believe that they're the MMR they say. Like, 1 in 2k players, I actually can't believe they're that MMR sometimes, because they do things that, like, supposedly good players don't do, and it blows my mind. Like, nobody at like 3K and above would be farming Ancients right now. Like they would have no idea what to do. They would be like, I don't know what to do. You probably should stay in lane. Like you shouldn't be farming Ancients right now. It's way more efficient for you to be in lane. But I mean, like at least you're doing something, right? Like there's 3K players that will just be like, I don't know, they'll like farm the jungle or something. Like you actually got quite a bit of gold there. You're working on your Blink Dagger. That guy has no idea what's happening right now. He's gonna hook you. You probably should have just waited till he walked by. You're actually so close to your blink, so I'm kind of sad that you died there, because that was like a 400 gold loss. You should have just stayed melded until he walked by, because you weren't going to be able to help him with the kill. He's going to go down. You're looking around the map. That's already good. Getting some kills. Still working on the blink. Nice, nice. Everything's going good. Doing Ancients again. I do like that. A lot of people don't take into consideration the fact that they can do Ancients early on. You're going to go for a blink first, which I do like. You can really get in some people's faces and blow up some of these supports. Like Prophet will just blow up like so fast, and so will the Lina potentially. The Zoo or the Necrophos maybe, depending on what his mana situation's like. You're gonna push this tower, so doing a pretty good job so far pressuring the lane. I think you could be more aggressive with where your traps are and just like spam the crap out of you. You actually have quite a few traps, so it's actually not that bad. How many do you get? 8? Yeah, you get 8 at level 2, which is pretty good. And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you got 5 down, so that's actually not bad. I would probably put some more in your jungle entrances just to really spot out the Pudge. I don't think their jungle entrance is that big of a deal, but you know, you're still doing pretty well here. Getting a nice team fight, and this guy should die. You got a Meld Strike, and there you go. So you guys win that team fight. Should just pressure this tower. Game's looking pretty good so far, honestly. Like, cutting the creep wave away from the tower. Is this... Okay, wait. Did I read this wrong? Like, is this guy actually... 1.6k MMR. Should that be 2.6k? I don't know. I feel like he's better than 1.6k MMR. Like, I have friends that are like 1.8, like 2.5 MMR, and they're like worse than this. Like, considerably worse than this. I feel like I'm not even analyzing this game because I can't believe this guy's 1.6k MMR. I thought that was way worse. Maybe just people are getting better, but he's doing a good job right now, actually, of just roaming around, ganking, being where he needs to be. He's not really wasting any time, moving into his jungle. I would say right now, I would probably try to be in the enemy's jungle. There's no real reason for you to be in your jungle, and Prophet really likes to utilize his jungle, so if you could remove that aspect of Prophet being able to use his jungle, as well as just pressuring around, like if you find a Prophet, you should be able to kill him, right? Like, you've got traps to see inside of a Sprout, you can blink out of a Sprout if he tries to Sprout you, or you can at least pressure him out of his jungle, right? And then you've got to think of the hero like Pudge, right? So what is, if the Prophet's like, oh my god, guys, this TA is always in our jungle, like, what the heck is going on? Like, what's it? Yeah, look at that. Like, this Prophet just dies. Oh, man, he's so close to dying. He's just going to TP out now. That's unfortunate. Oh, no! Communication is key. But, really, like, what's this Pudge going to do? Play, like, a defensive ganker? Like, look to kill you in the jungle? If you just set up in their jungle, and you've got, like, a trap here, probably, like, a trap here, somewhere, like, right here, out of tower range, right here, probably, and... I don't even know if you need traps here, really. Maybe like a trap here. And then maybe if this is warded or something, like, you just run their jungle. Like, they can't walk into their jungle without you noticing. They're going to have to smoke gank you. Meanwhile, your Bloodseeker's just doing Bloodseeker things. Probably getting farmed up to, like, a disgusting hero that he is. Especially at, like, 1.6k. So, if you just sit in their jungle, like, that gives you so much information, right? You're taking their camps. Prophet can't take the camps. Now he's split pushing. If you have a TP on you, take their camps. You push out bot lane. And then you just TP in to where this Prophet's pressuring. You win the team fight probably because you've got a Bloodseeker and TA who are just like disgusting at early game fighting, especially at lower MMRs when people have issues targeting certain heroes and stuff like that. Like, this Lina's dead, so you guys like can just output so much pressure right now. Doing a good job of pressuring this creep wave, but I think just sitting in their jungle is pretty good, right? Like, if you have right now, if there's a trap here, this Pudge isn't gonna kill you. Like, you just look at the map. There's no way he kills you. If you guys are out, there's no way he kills you right now. Like, I'm fairly certain, because you're just going to blink TP. So, you TP home, that's a little bit inefficient. You could have just gone top, started farming. You didn't really need to bottle up or anything there. You could have just gone top lane, started pushing that out, taken your jungle, and then maybe rotated back to their jungle because they probably would have left at that point. And like right now, this game's like already one game. This guy's going Aghanim Scepter. Like there's not much I can say about this game other than your laning was fine. It wasn't that bad. You were against the Pudge. This guy's gonna die. You didn't need to TP home here. You could have TP top, helped out with that kill, moved into your jungle, perhaps even taken their ancients, and, you know, maybe rotated mid, and then after that, rotate bottom. Like, you still have this tower. This is huge. This is, if you can hold on to this tier 1, like, for as long as possible, that's very important, because as a hero, or as a carry, if you can pressure their jungle, you want to do that as much as possible, and if this tower's still up, it's so much quicker than TPing here, or TPing here and having to run all the way down. Like, this is very valuable. This one is very valuable as well. It's a little bit easier to get spotted, I find, coming down through here. Usually people don't have a lane ward post 20 minutes unless they're really worried about their jungle, which I mean they would. And that as well, right? Like, if you can force them to put a defensive ward here, a defensive ward here, this Pudge isn't going to get anything done, right? Like, you've effectively taken this hero essentially out of the game because he's trying to gank you. He's on his end of the map. He's probably not going for your Bloodseeker or your Zeus. Like, they're forced to put defensive wards, so they can't get aggressive in your jungle with, like, Prophet TP and Pudge Hook and, like, whatever, Undying. So it's a very difficult game for them. What? How did this happen? I don't know. Anyways, mid lane, you're just getting kills because, like, TA, sick hero. Surprised people don't play her more. Zeus is doing really well as well. Pop the illusion. Yeah, pressure this mid lane. I was going to say maybe move. Yeah, just pressure the mid lane. Do you have a TP on you? Where are you? Yes, you do. So you've got a TP. You've almost got your Desolator. I would just go push this tower like crazy. Probably leave this push to your team because, like I said, this tower is really important here. And if you can hold on to it, you really, really should. Especially because you get a free fortify with... That was... Okay. Alright. Oh, trap. Undying's here. Get out. Run. Actually, nobody else is really here. That was a lot of damage that guy tanked that he really didn't need to, but gonna get HP. You're gonna get out. You really need to TP bot. Tower's down already, so that's really unfortunate. This guy's got a Thunderbolt, which he's not gonna use properly. You should have seen the Prophet over there. And Prophet could TP out if he wanted to at any time. But yeah, I think holding on to this tower is really important. I don't think you guys fortified either. Let's just jump back here and watch how this goes. Okay, so you do fortify at least. But I think holding on to the tower, like you TPing down here, like even if you get this tower, like right there, he's dead. You guys probably aren't getting this tower. He's up in 6, he's up in 10. Just TP down, maybe go for the Lena kill. Right when this Undying tombstones, I would just TP because like he can't stop you. Nobody here can stop you. You know the Lena's gone. You just TP there, prevent this tower from dying, and look at all the farm, right? Like 4 range creeps? Okay. 4 range creeps, like 4 melee creeps, a bunch of trees. Like, this is a lot of gold right now. Like, watch this Zeus. Look at that gold. That's pretty huge. That's really huge, actually, because, like, you guys are already ahead. Any gold advantage you could get, as well as map control that you can keep, is very important, right? Like, reducing their map vision, as well as their map control, is pretty important. But, realistically, if you can keep... Oh, nice. If you can keep this up and get that farm, that's huge. You just get this farm. You move down here, take their jungle again, because you know... Again, you're TA, you've got traps here, you've got like tons of vision, and you just take their jungle, you take this creep, take their jungle again. Like, what's this Prophet gonna do? He's forced to split push. Your Bloodseeker just throws down a blood, right? And like, that's the end of the push, right? Like, what are they gonna do? And you guys just win the game. Like, this tower you should probably try to keep as well. You've got to fortify. Prophet jukes your fortify. They're in your jungle right now, but if you're in their jungle and you're pressuring bot lane, and you're even, like, if you're super sick, you're coming over here, grabbing these two, you're like coming right up here, you're cutting this lane right here so that they can't pressure that well. This dude's dead. You're actually getting so much out of staying on their end of the map, right? Like, I can't you know, you can fight. You've got a Deso now, which is really good for fighting, but it's also good for split pushing. Like, you guys can take Roshan if you're in their end of the map. You're taking their jungle. You move to take Roshan, and now you've got, you know, a ton of vision if they want to, like, pressure you. It's not like they can have 2 heroes sit here while their cores farm, because, like, usually if you're the Radiant and you know they're Roshing and it's kind of a dance, you sit, like, 2-3 heroes here, and then 2 heroes just take these camps. And then, like, what does Dire do, right? They take these Ancients. So it's kind of on their side, but you guys can get more out of the map by, like, staying around here efficiently. And I'm not really watching this team fight, but it doesn't matter. You're a TA with a Desolator and a double damage. Like, this is already over. And, you know, this Tombstone's down. Like, there's not really much to say about these team fights because you just blink in and you eat people alive with like negative 14 armor or whatever it is, 8 and 7. So yeah, like negative 15 armor. And then you just go do Roshan. You guys should do Rosh. You've got a DD, not much negative armor, like that's it. But I mean, I don't mind you guys pushing this. You could probably get the tower. Again, you should blink up and just meld strike that to just completely crush it. You probably would have one hit that creep wave, I think, if you meld strike it. But you know, no big deal, just something like that. But so once this tower's down, like this entire area should be yours, like 100% yours. And then what do? They've got no cores. I mean, this game's already over. You guys have a Bloodseeker TA. They've got like support Lina? No, I think this is a carry Lina, support Necro. So I mean, Necro's not going to be doing anything. Lina's not going to be doing anything. Prophet's like trying to get a Deso, but he's super poor. And you're just like Richie Richardson, and you're super farmed, and there's not really much they could do about you. So I mean, it's not a bad game. Like you said, you had poor laning. Your laning was fine, honestly. It wasn't that bad. Like I've seen worse laning out of like 3K players. I think you died like once to the Pudge maybe, or I don't even remember if you died. I know you came close at the very least. You're melding here, but you should have saved the meld for the blink. That's a little bit iffy. Like if you blink meld this guy, he's dead, right? You've got a Zeus, he ults. Look at that. So, oh my lord. And now you just get tons of farm. So you could have done this earlier as well, right? Like when you were pressuring that tower, this could have been the second time you did that. Except this tower maybe still could have been alive, right? Like this guy was pressuring it. He ends up going, or not dying to the Zeus actually. But if you're there, like he either dies or he comes close to dying, and you get all that farm, and then you move into their jungle. You get this farm as well. Like there's a lot to say about aggressive farming patterns that not a lot of people follow. So like it's not just you. It's not a problem with just you. And I'm not trying to be like, man, you're so bad at farming. Like you're doing a fantastic job of farming and keeping up with this game and pressuring the map. I have no idea what's going on right now. She's dead. Spends her Laguna, whatever. Kills a Venomancer. That's like a 5-position Venomancer. I don't know what's going on there. He got a Eul's. Maybe that kept him alive for a little bit longer. But you're unstoppable. Like, you should call one other hero. If you call one other hero, like, you get Roshan here. I don't know what happened top lane. But, I mean, it doesn't really matter. You could probably solo Rosh if you run back here and you know, do some fancy footwork. But it looks like it's pretty easy right here as well. So you're doing a great job. You got another meld. There it is. And what did you grab? You got a crit. I'm okay with that. It looked like you started for BKB, but honestly, like, he's going to eat through it. He's going to ult through it. She's probably getting egg in him. She's going to ult through it later on, too. You really should be over here, not over here. If you go over here... that's a waste of meld, unfortunately. So run... If you run, like, right here, and then you just... I think if you auto-attack your... if you auto-attack the Psionic Trap, like, I don't think Roche aggroes you that much. Like, if you do it at the right time, and he's going to go through your refractions again. Yeah, so you wait. There you go. Another meld. Are you going to get bashed? Oh, man, if that was a bash, I would have been sad. Going to grab the Aegis, free Aegis. There's a rune out here, too. You're having a great time right now. Level 19, 26 minutes in, and the next highest level is 15, so you're ridiculously high leveled. You've got a crit stick. You could probably one-hit most of these heroes with meld and a crit, and, like, this game is totally going your way. So there's not much more else I could say other than be very aggressive, especially as TA. Like, she's actually pretty hard to gank. They have to spend a lot to gank you. And when you have other cores like this, when you have a Bloodseeker and a Zeus who can output a lot of damage if he's, you know, out farming on the map, like, it's fine. It's not good if you die. I'm not saying it's good. But if they commit, like, 3 heroes to gank you, and you give a ton of space to 2-3 heroes on your team, like, that's fine, right? Like, you're going to go into the mid game and the late game a lot stronger than they will, right? Like, you've got a Bloodseeker. Nobody's going to out-carry you guys. As long as you make it to the late game and everybody's not feeding all over the place. If you're in their jungle, you're getting a lot of vision. You're saying, guys, there's nobody in their jungle. There's nobody bot lane. And they're definitely ganking somebody. And if you can kind of predict where Pudge is going, then, like, what's he going to do, right? He's not going to be able to do his only role, which is gank. They're trying to fight you mid-game. I don't know what this guy's doing. He's got Supernova. Like, this, yeah, look at this damage. This is absolutely stupid. So, not much else to say about this game. You could probably say that about this game, but, you know, whatever. So, we'll just speed through this again. Keep going. 28 minutes in. I didn't realize that I was just watching this at normal speed. You're godlike again. Looks like you just found the Lina, and the Prophet's just going whatever. So, yeah, you could still stay on this end. Honestly, it's fine. Oh my god, you actually died. Oh no, you have Aegis. I lied. Still just, like, taking names. Pretty much destroying this game. Gonna push this tower. I'd probably get out now. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Blink out. Take their farm. Move into the... Oh, no! Huh. That was weird. Okay, so you do die there. I wouldn't have stuck around. Like, you take that camp, and then you just rotate through their jungle, right? Like, if... Let's go back to this here. You know they're probably going to TP mid because you just pressured there. And actually, I want to see if you saw anybody TP mid. I don't think you did, but, like, we'll just take a look. So you kill this guy. You're starting to run away. And so the Prophet's starting to run out. And the Pudge is starting to run out. Okay, so no, I mean, like, there's no way you can see anybody there. But you could probably guess that they're going to be coming from mid, right? Like, they were probably just standing behind there. This chick's not actually ruptured. It just looks like that. So you could just back. Let's see. You turn around on the Pudge. But you should probably know that the rest of the team's there. And at any point now, when you die, it's really bad because you're so far ahead. Like, I don't even want to know how much gold they're going to get. She just got 1,600 gold. She actually just got 1,600 gold. She's at 800, and now she's at 2,400. So that was pretty stupid. No, I don't mean your play. I just mean the fact that she got 1,600 gold. So that's pretty huge that she just got 1,600 gold there. That's not something you want to give up. That's how comebacks happen. So, you know, and he's going to start limiting your map vision. Like, Prophet's a pretty gross hero as well in terms of, like, how much he can get done by somebody dying. Like, when you die with a team, against a team with no split pushers, it's not that big of a deal. But when you die against a team with a Prophet, like, he's going to get a lot out of that map pressure. He's probably going to take a tower, or at least really pressure one, especially since he's got a Deso. So you have to be very careful, right? Like, if you die one more time, or you die without buyback, like, it's very possible that you guys lose a Rax. It is. It really is. If this bottom tower goes down, like, this guy's just getting super aggressive. So he should be split pushing, but whatever. It is. So you do have to be careful. You're on their end of the map, which is good. You see the Necro. You start going down towards mid, which is good. Game's pretty much over at this point here. Not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. They don't catch you. You're still just killing people. You're like 15-2. So laning was alright. Yada yada yada. Doing pretty well here. Okay. I mean, the game's over pretty much. But if I had to talk about it, I would say be comfortable with farming more aggressively, especially if you know that they've got a pretty rough late game, and you know you're TA, so you can get vision and buy a ward, right? Like, if your supports aren't buying a ward and you really want a ward, like, just buy it yourself. It's not that big. It's 75 gold. Like, you don't even have to spend 150 anymore, right? So spend 75 gold, buy a ward, you know, drop your bottle if you have to for a bit, or get it couriered out to you, and place the ward in a defensive spot. Like, maybe, like, if you place it up here and you place a trap here, you'll probably see them on the map here, which means you'll probably be paying attention to the map over here. You place like one here. I mean, if you want to be super careful, you just place, oh, I guess you could actually just place it like right here. That's a little bit sketchy if you're farming like here. You might not know in time, but if you place one like here, you'll probably see any rotations from either of these. And if you place one like here, and then you should be fine, right? Like, there's a very low chance they're going to come from here. They might come from back here, but you should see them rotating in unless they smoke gank. But at, like, a lower MMR like this, nobody's going to smoke gank, right? Like, I don't even think people know what smoke is, so it's fine. You could just throw a trap in there, but it doesn't even matter anymore. So really just farm more aggressively, especially since you could have very safely. You could have reduced any jungle farm they wanted. They didn't actually get any because, you know, they're not really paying attention. But, you know, I mean, better Prophets will probably stick in their jungle for a little bit. Wait for lanes to be like wait for them to be certain that a lane's clear, because you did TP to lanes and die to you or die to Zeus, right? So that was a bit of poor play from the Prophet. But later on, Prophets will get better. They'll use the jungle, they'll use the Ancients, and they may even use your Ancients, but they'll use their Ancients, they'll use their jungle, and then they'll just kind of watch the map. They'll look at items, they'll say like, guys, this guy's got this. You know, they'll ping out items, they'll watch for maybe a gank potential. They'll save their ultimate for a team fight, and you know they'll start rotating to lanes after they're done in the jungle and they know something's safe, right? So, you know, playing against better heroes, they're gonna need to use their jungle, and if you can reduce that or prevent them from using 1, 2, 3 camps, that's pretty huge. So, feel free to farm more aggressively. Your laning really wasn't that bad. That early salve was pretty solid. Everything else seemed alright, honestly. Like, I've gone through worse matches. There's not too much more that you need to worry about. If you actually are 1.6k, like, there was no point in me going super in-depth about starting items, you know, mid laning, you know, pulling creeps back and stuff like that, because you'll just end up learning that by playing the game. Or, like, if you really want a mid guide, like, just go watch a mid guide, right? I'm trying to give you an overall game. knowledge here. Maybe if you're like 5K and you're like, oh, I don't know, like how I can get better. I'll say, okay, well, you didn't pull the creeps back towards you, you didn't use your refractions at the most efficient time. You didn't do that, whatever. So stuff like that. It looks fine right now, though. Honestly, you seem like a great player. 176 last hits isn't that many, but I mean, you were out there killing. You're 20-3, so it's fine with me in all honesty. So it was a good game, and thanks for sending it in. I honestly think you should be higher than 1.6K if you play this well all the time. But good game nonetheless, and thanks again for sending it in. Keiser Sozi, I have no idea. But anyways, thanks for sending it in, and hopefully a few people got a little bit out of this, and we'll move on to the next replay. Hey everyone, thanks for checking out the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to check out some of my other videos. I have my series from lane to lane where I just cast some everyday pubs that you guys send me. I also do some more professional pubs like games from Koikva, Miracle, whoever I can get my hands on from Dodo Buff. I have a learning series as well, so feel free to check that out. There's some more info in the description as well as some videos linked in the annotations at the end here. Thanks a lot.